Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the stream. What are we doing today? We are casting another public match on the Big D servers. I'm a little bit excited. We have had like every technical issue in the world, but they are all sorted, and I'm a little bit excited. I'm a little bit excited to introduce Igniculus, my co-host. Let's flip over to this one. There he is. There's Igniclus, your friend and my perennial co-host. Igniclus, how the hell are you, mate? Are you excited to get into another match?
Very much so. We're hopping on to Stalingrad for this one, so we'll see how that one plays out.
It was bound to happen, wasn't it? As soon as we decided, okay, we'll cast the next match. We will cast the next match. As soon as that happened, it was going to be Stalingrad, wasn't it? Hey, at least it's not Kursk, right?
I actually prefer Kursk.
You prefer Kursk?
I don't like either of them, but I prefer Kursk over Stalingrad.
Jeez.
What's your favourite?
My favourite map? I'm a bit of a fan of Saint Marie de Mont.
Oh, yeah.
There you go.
Yep, fair point.
She goes, all right, I'm going to stop actually playing the game, and we're going to jump into the old admin cam. Can you do me a favour? Can you let me know when your cam's set up, and I can switch to your screen, and everyone else that's watching at home can stop looking at our ugly mugs. And
in a hot second.
It just takes a little bit. Just takes a little while. I can go to my screen, though. We are still in match warm-up, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Whilst we're doing that, let's have a look at the teams. I am, of course, casting for the Axis side. I'm casting for the Axis side.
Hey guys, how we going?
We're not going to accept that. People always want to join the squad. Not going to let them. On our side, let's look for anybody with a clan tag. Consory, Moot, I don't know that one. That fat guy, Fatty, OC Zone, that fat guy is playing. That looks pretty freaking good. The Pooch from Emu War Veterans is in George squad with Brigadier Fish and Hoogs. And that rounds out all the clan tags on my side. If I just have a quick look through the ally side, which is the Filthy Russians on this map, we have Defunkwit. Great name from NRDT. Lag against everything. Lag. I'm pretty sure we saw him in the tank squad.
NRD doing trial periods now, are they?
Are they? Yeah, actually, that's a very good point.
I thought OC was the only ones doing trials.
There you go. I mean, it works for us, so it sort of makes sense that they start doing it. Lag against everything. Humble Bundle from Chimera. Standoff, the OC lad, with Lord Ginge. OC's own Lord Ginge. There's a good chance we might see him on this panel at some stage. Looking forward to it. And, of course, my co-caster, Igniclus. And that rounds out literally everybody with a clan tag in this match. If that changes, I'll make sure to let you know. It sounds like match warm-up's just finished, so I'm going to flip over to my co-caster, Igniclus, and see what he's looking at. There you go, Igniclus. What are we seeing for the start of this match, my guy?
Currently seeing just one truck full of 7 passengers moving up to the House of Workers at the moment. I believe they're going to be building a garrison to begin with. Or they might just go straight through the point onto Railway Crossing. Let's see. But Muslim Aragon and Commando with the supply truck moving up to the House of Workers now as well. So they should be getting some forward garrisons and some defense garrisons to begin with, which is very good in a public match.
Oh, hell yeah. It's good to see stuff actually being organised in a pub match. You know, like, I've been a little bit surprised about how well things have gone for some of these pub matches. Everyone that we've streamed so far has been a little more organised than I'm used to seeing. It's been really good to cast. So the middle point on this map is going to be Railway Crossing. The other ones we're looking at, and Igniclus, if I can get you to bring up your map for a tick, my guy. Let's have a look at the map comparison screen. The points we're fighting over, from left to right, is Nail Factory in the middle for the Allies. Ravine, I don't know how to pronounce stuff. Railway Crossing is the middle point. House of the Workers and L-shaped house. So obviously there's a very straight line of attack on the Soviet side of the map. The Axis is a little more spread out, so you'd assume that'd be a little more difficult to attack, but you know, we'll see how it goes. Let's jump back to my screen now. And one of those, I can get rid of the map. Let's have a look at what's going on in the middle. It looks like the Soviets have pushed very early into Railway Crossing. You can see Silent Stand, Rosenberg, Fish, Asian Lettering, Dilton, Adlai Escobar, and Horses, that feels really gross in my mouth, have pushed up and taken Railway Crossing.
I love
Yeah.
that name.
Horses.
Horses.
It just feels wrong, doesn't it? The Allies are starting to push across the railway lines now. That assault's going to consist of Fletch 3600, Brigadier Fish, Steve Fisher, Pro Pharmacy 420, sounds like I'm saying some sort of ad. The Piku just dying to Fish, Dilton, and or Asian lettering. And yeah, that's where we are at the start of the map. It looks like a bit of a slow start for the Allies, for the Soviets.
Yeah, currently it's a bit more. I think it's got to the point a lot later than. Oops, sorry, my phone.
No, I insist, Igniclus. I'll take over from there. Do what you got to do, my guy. What I'm going to do is. Oh, good. You didn't want that money from an Arabian prince.
The one time I get a phone call, and it happens right now.
Yeah, that'd be right. I feel you, brother. I feel you. Welcome anybody else that's joining us. We do have a 15-minute delay. We are just watching the start of this match. Match warm-up has just finished. We're watching them fight over. The Soviets have taken the point very early, and we're currently seeing... Sorry, the Soviets have taken the point early. We're seeing the Nazi counterattack now. The blue guys on your screen are the Nazis, are the Axis forces. When we switch over, like we will do in about 5 seconds to Igniclus's, all the blue guys will be the Soviet forces. So let's switch over now and see what Igniclus is looking at.
I'm just looking at the front line. We're watching a tinderbox on the over to the north, trying to make a crossing over into the Allied lines. But it's not looking too good at the moment. It seems to be quite a stalemate.
Yeah, absolutely. And you sort of see this sometimes in matches when the two lines of infantry, obviously the Soviets have got in there, and that's a Katushka strike. It does look like they might have got a few of their own lads in that one. But Fletch is slowly holding his own. He's just taken out Fish. I don't know about you, Igniclus. I've never had very much success with the old Katushka strikes.
It's very inaccurate, I find.
Right, with the bombing run, you can pick out exactly where you need it. Like, I feel like they got just as many of their own lads as they did the enemies in that one.
Well, they mostly put in the wrong area that they assume that they're all coming from, but it's all about hindsight. We can see exactly where they are, they can't. Yeah,
it's super easy when you get to see every person on the map.
Oh.
They absolutely can't. Whilst we're looking at your camera and we're just scooching over the main point there, I'm going to have a look at the node situation. It does look like there are a full set of nodes up for the Axis forces. I'm going to switch back to my camera. Can I get you to have a look at what's happening with nodes for your side, which is the Soviets?
We're very close to getting a full setup.
Jeez.
So we've got 3 munitions and 2 manpower, 2 fuel at the moment. But
That
I do
is
see an engineer
cool.
down in one of the HQs, on bottom HQ, building them now.
Magnificent. That is hella cool. If we have a look at, that will be the north of the map. There is an Axis assault coming from sort of the top of your screen if you're having a look at it now. So it does look like the rest of the lads are continuing to push from the front. Hopefully this two-pronged attack will yield results for them. But
yeah, the north just got wiped out there.
It absolutely did.
They
just
still
as
have
I
an
said that.
OP up there. Still got an OP up there, but they got eyes on it. So
All right, so that northern
Okay,
assault
well.
being dealt with. Let's see if they get a chance to respawn. There is a bit of a push coming across the railway lines now, just through the boxcars. They have made that brick wall that edges onto the road there. I'm interested to see whether they're able to push across there. It is a bit of open terrain, and the Soviet forces have locked down across the road. So without some support or a flank, I can't see them pushing in through here, Igniclus.
No, not yet. We still haven't seen the Axis bombing run yet as well, so they could wipe out a couple of infantry. The Allies have just built a AT gun on the point
Have they built
on railway crossing.
Can I get you to have a look at that, and we'll get down and have a look at what's going on with that AA gun and see whether it's going to be effective. Sing out when you're there.
Yep, I'm here, and it's definitely not going to be effective against any tanks.
Excellent.
It is facing directly north. Got cover on either side. It will not be able to turn. Yeah, not the best of AT guns.
Probably not the best placement of it, and not the best use of supplies he could have made. That's fine. That's absolutely happens. Let's have a look at commanders. Commanding the Axis forces today, for your enjoyment, is going to be Creative Destruction. We saw him play pretty well in the last match. Interested to see how he goes here. Who have we got for you, my guy?
We've got Muslim Aragon.
Muslim
just trying to.
Aragon? There you go.
It's a high level player. He's level. Let's have a look. Level 126.
135 for Creative Destruction. That's very close to my level.
Trying to see where the commander is actually.
That's all right. Let me just scooch over to my screen and we can keep having a look at this fight in the middle. It is a bit of a stalemate at the moment. There's that push over the north is going again. And sorry, Igniclus, sorry to cut you off. Go ahead, my friend.
I was just going to mention that the Allied commander's bringing up a half track through from the center HQ. So we'll see where he ends up driving that. I'm going to assume roughly around about Charlie 4 behind Ravine. That's an attacking spawn point.
Yeah, I feel you. I can't see, I obviously can't see all the guys on your screen, but just having a look at mine, it does look like a fight over the middle. It does look over a fight over railway crossing at the moment. Is there any sort of assault going on for the next point from the ally sides?
None yet. I think they're just establishing their lines at the moment, waiting for the commander to drop that half track, and then they'll look at making a stop from there.
Yeah, for sure. Where is that half track? Can I get you to get eyes on that half track? And we might follow that progress and see where he gets with that. Because at the moment, it does look like a bit of a stalemate over this middle point. The Soviets aren't going anywhere. When you got it, let me know and I'll switch over to your screen, my guy.
Yep, got the half track now. There's actually a Axis AT sneaking up on him now.
Is there
I'm not too sure what the commander's doing with the half track.
He seemed to be a little indecisive. Is that a? Can you tell whether that AT soldier is aware of the half track?
Oh, he most certainly definitely is. I believe he might be out of rockets because he looks like he might be hunting that tank that's off in the distance there as well.
Right. Caught in two minds potentially, or potentially just has no ammo left. That does happen to the best of us. I know it happens to me quite often. Switching back to mine.
Placing down some mines.
The AT is.
So
that's good to hear.
I'm going to say that he has the ambusher loadout.
And that's another Katushka strike coming in over those over that railway line area. It's hitting sort of just behind where all the boxcars are. There you go. That is one that it got. That is one Nazi that managed to be taken down by rockets. Obviously inaccurate, and they're hard to aim. It does look like he might have missed the main front of this push, though. This push consists currently of Igniculus Consri, Steve, just Steve, there you go, not much thought into that name, the Piku, Pro Pharmacy, Dark Side Drive by Nutella, and Fisher, Dragonzord and St. Lamar round out this assault from the left. Rosenberg pushing up. If he's able to get sort of around the side of this assault, he could probably absolutely take him down by Fisher before he managed to take anything out there. Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen. Any sort of assault being mounted off that half track now, mate?
Nothing else. Still being driven up.
Still
so
trying to get
around. Not been deployed yet. But I have noticed that the Axis commander has gone down south, around about Gulf 6 at the moment. There's another full squad there as well. Fat Guy and Unexplored. Pronounced that name right, surprisingly.
That's right. If you're anything like me, you'll mispronounce genuinely everything in the world. There you go. We're finally live. People are streaming into the stream. Obviously, there is a 5-minute delay. Let me just drop this message. You guys won't hear this. It is a 15-minute delay. I do apologise. And by gone live, I mean 15-minute delay. Yeah. I feel like I need different terminology. Is it just me, or are the Soviets starting to push off the point a little bit? Because there's only seems to be sort of the one squad hanging around railway crossing at the moment.
Yeah, there's one full squad that's pushing off from the center point, trying to get towards where the half track is actually placed. The friendly half track, that is. And they're not really encountering much resistance. There's only one unit that is currently holding them off, which is a squad leader called Brad. And Brad is now dead.
Just Brad. That's it. He's just gone with Brad.
Brad.
Of all the names he could have called himself in video games, just Brad. Hey, it works for me, mate. The Axis forces seem to be making a bit of headway now into Railway Crossing. Obviously still taking plenty of casualties. That fat guy tearing it up on that northern side. He is going to run into problems though, because he's going to get sandwiched between... Oh, he's just taken down Trix. Sir Nubalot is going down as well. Dilton moving in, and that'll be the last one for the Soviets on that side of the map. They've just got a couple of spawn waves off. Look like they've got their OPs out there. They're defending well. That push through the middle though, looks like it might be able to penetrate into the point. How's the assault for the Soviets going? I'm going to switch over to your camera in a sec. If I can get you to have a look at the Soviets that have managed to push into Nazi territory now.
Well, I'm looking at the Soviets have just deployed the half track and have had 5 people spawn off of it.
Oh, look at
so
that.
they're undetected at the moment, and they should be able to get straight onto the point without anyone noticing.
I'll tell you what, Railway Crossing almost started flipping then. So they're going to have to get a wriggle on.
Looking at what I'm seeing here is that there's no Axis forces behind Ravine to defend. But the issue is, out of those 4 people that spawned, not one squad leader.
Oh, really? 0 squad leaders, so no OPs going up. They are a fair way off the point as well. So they do have a bit to run. Hey, you're going to see this. You're going to hear this 15 minutes after you did it. But Sherkle, thank you very much for the follow, my guy. Thank you very much, my dude. It is going to be 15 minutes time. I'll tell you what, I'm just going to flick back over to my screen, Igniclus. That assault seems to have come to almost nothing onto Railway Crossing. The Nazis seem to have been mostly killed off. It looks like a lot of the Soviet forces managed to push back and help defend this one. And is that assault on Ravine still up and going, my guy? We might just, let's do a little bit of a map compare. Bring up your map for me and we'll switch over to the maps.
So we've just flown over a cheeky little recon. They're going to see exactly where they're all pushing from. And they also notice that there is no one, pretty much no one defending the point. One red spot.
We have one guy, just the engineer scrapper. I'm assuming he's going to be up there. I'm going to move back to my screen now. I'm assuming that guy's going to be up there trying to put some defenses down. But this assault onto Railway Crossing has picked up again. It was contested for a little bit. The Nazis are starting to lose it. Oh, I tell you what, Ravine just got contested. And is being lost. So the Soviets have started to capture Ravine. I'm assuming you're over Ravine, my guy. I might switch over to your screen in a tick. And switching over now. Let's have a look at this assault on Ravine and see how that's going.
So the Allies are making a push now, but there is an enemy Lux Panzer II driving away from the troops that are pushing onto it now, actually. Which is an interesting play.
I mean, it's probably not going to be as effective, pointed in the wrong direction, but hey, you win some, you lose some. This time it sounds like they're going to lose one.
So a few people are now just spawning back, or just moving back now to defend.
We had Brad, the H squad leader, has moved back. Just him. It looks like Hangflower, the November squad leader, is moving back.
Huge spawn wave.
That was a massive spawn wave. Okay, that'll probably help defend that, you'd assume. There are only two of the Soviet forces back there, so they'll start capping this. And it does look like that assault on Railway, if I just quickly switch over to my screen again, that assault on Railway is still ongoing. That fat guy is tearing it up with Steve Igniclus, Loco, and Darkside Drive-By. If I just zoom in just a little bit here, I thought I just saw him spawn. Yep, so there's a center screen at the moment. That's an OP from the Axis forces. That'll keep that assault pushing. And they are really starting to thin out. They're really starting to thin out this this Soviet defensive railway. And if I'm not mistaken, they might start capping this shortly. Fish is going down to K9. Darkside Drive-By, Dragonzord, Loco, and Igniculus are the bulk of this push at the moment. Rossenberg and Horsesses. Jesus, can I just not say that? Horsesses just going down. I can't say that name, but that is Earl Boogie Woogie, I assume, and Agent something, 0029. They're providing the bulk of the defense for the Soviets at the moment. I'm expecting a spawn wave off this OP shortly. Dalton coming in off the bottom of your screen there. It looks like they probably will be able to defend this at the moment. How are we looking up at Ravine at the moment, my guy?
A few more people have spawned back off that half track is making a push now from behind.
Yep.
But still not that many. Which is probably a good thing because they are being heavily contested under railway. So the commander...
Yep. Please go ahead.
Commander's getting very close to the point. He's still making a huge push. Let's see if he... Nope. We'll just forget I was talking about that.
Look, it does look like this assault onto railways mostly been taken down. If I'm not mistaken, I think they've just taken over that. They've just taken down that OP. Fletch 3600 is the last one left alive. Shoots a rocket at absolutely nobody and gets grenaded himself. So that assault on railway has absolutely come to nothing. You'd assume that'd free a few guys up to spawn on that half track. Hello to everybody that's joining. I've tried to put enough messages in, but just to let you guys know, we are on a 15-minute delay. So apologies for not being as reactive to chat as I normally would be. But I hope you guys are enjoying it. We're just going to keep calling this match. And apologies, Igniclus. I feel like I just cut you off a little bit. What are we looking at?
I was just noticing that the Panzer II was being hit by the AT rifle. But the Panzer ended up killing him, so not much really eventuated from that.
Oh, I don't know about you, but I hate that AT rifle. I feel like it needs something of a rework. It just doesn't seem to work for me.
It's good against recon and light vehicles. That's pretty much it, really. But if you get enough people firing upon like a medium or a heavy, you can probably take it out.
Okay, that makes sense.
So that looks has gone back and repaired. And it's coming back onto the front line now. Or by front line, I mean to defend. There's a lot more allied troops now pushing in, but they're being sandwiched by the Axis from behind as well.
I'm just going to switch over to my screen because that's exactly what I'm looking at the moment. Let me do that, do a little bit of that, do a little bit of that. This is my screen we're looking at the moment. So the red guys on your screen is the Soviet forces. And the blue guys you see, even though they're the bad guys, that will be the Axis forces, will be the blue on your screen at the moment. Is that half track still up? Can you still see that half track?
Yep, still up. Not anywhere, no infantry near it at all.
It doesn't sound like the Axis forces have dealt with that half track in any way, shape or form. There are plenty moving back on that. I mean, that's probably not going to help it when you're trying to take something out, not knowing it's there. But hey, there you go. Creative destruction is persevering in the commander role. That's good to see. I like a commander, even though things aren't going terribly well for him. He's sticking around, helping out the lads. That is a bit of a murder ball forming for the Soviets at the moment. They're coming from the south of point currently, and that's what they're talking. That's what we're talking about when Igniclus says they're spawning from the half track. That is another spawn wave that it's got off. It doesn't look like they've been dealing with it at all. This is, however, Stalingrad, so there is a lot of open ground to deal with. I know it's everyone's favourite map, Stalingrad. I know it's everyone's favourite. Oh, is that another Katusha strike? That is. Katusha strike going down on Ravine at the moment. Let's see if that manages to soften them up just a little bit. Pac-Man and Veteran Fist being backed up by Gentle Pon. Sounds weird. And Captain Comet are the lead in the Soviet forces. MJ, welcome. Pleasure to see you around these parts, my guy. Let me just post a little bit of one of those ones. And what are you looking at the moment? Igniclus?
I am noticing that the Allied forces have detected one of your garrisons down south of Ravine. They're trying to take it out now, but someone is covering it pretty well. And I can see who's covering it very well. It is Hoogs.
Hoogs! There you go. We've seen Hoogs around in a bunch of these matches.
Instantly destroy the 2 people that just spawn on the garrison, but they're still unaware that there's a few infantry and not just 1 or 2 in that house.
There you go.
The camp champ. Should have been camping.
Just going to switch over to my screen so I can give you the story down at Railway Crossing. It does look like most of this assault has petered out. Horsessa's Agent 29 and friend of the stream and OC's own Shirley Shirkle seem to be holding the line. Battle Boner and Saint Lamar, Battle Boner, Jesus, that's kind of a messed up name, are the only ones on this assault for the Axis forces. Sir Nubalot is also rounding out that Soviet defense. This it looks like it's absolutely turned into a battle around Ravine. So I'm going to switch back to, assuming you're still up that way, my guy, or we're going to switch back to you. There you go. That is Igniclus. If you have a look at that screen, the red guys will be the Nazis. The red guys will be the Axis forces. Demon Werewolf, welcome to the stream, my guy. I'm just going to keep clicking that whenever anybody new joins.
Keep clicking that.
I've got a little message to stick into the old Twitch chat, just to let people know that there's a delay.
Easy. Well, they'll get that message 15 minutes later.
Yes, they absolutely will. Or they'll, like they always do, completely ignore me, and I'm kind of okay with that as well.
So I've got 2 AT rifles shooting at this looks at the moment.
Yep.
Pretty heavily damaged now, and they should be able to take it out.
Yeah, I can see exactly what you're looking at. There you go.
It goes.
And that looks has just gone down. That will be
Teamwork.
the AT rifles of Defunkwit and Moz, I think, were the 2 lads.
Yep.
There you go. So that was really well done. That tank's probably not going to turn the tide of this battle now because it's in a bunch of flames and is somewhat dead. Spoggly Woggly is a word that sounds like I shouldn't say, but he's in the... He's a sniper in the middle of your screen at the moment. Spoggly Woggly. I'm going to get down nice and close to him and see what he's looking at the moment because it looks like he's starting to push towards the point. Dragon Zord. I don't know whether he knows whether he's there or not, but they could have a little battle now. Let's get in and see. Dragon Zord moving up on his right flank now. Looks like Dragon Zord just took out Defunkwit. I don't know whether he knows Spoggly Woggly is there. Veteran Fist also off to his left. All he needs to do is look up and he'll see him running across the street. And that's exactly what he does now. Dragon Zord going down. That's the end of that defense from this side. Let me have a look at what's going on at the point.
There is not much allied defense happening at the railway crossing at the moment.
There really isn't. And it doesn't look like
Creative
they're dealing...
Destruction have just made a massive push onto the point. He's inside the building at the moment, which is the Axis commander. The
Axis commander, creative destruction. He's just going to do it. He's going, fuck it, if you guys won't do what I fucking say, I'm just going to do it myself. Look, I tell you what, he's doing okay, though, because he's going to solo cap that. If he kills 2 more people, that'll be a solo cap from him.
Well, what just needs to happen now is the Allied Forces India squad up the north, with a squad leader of Sir Nubalot. Once they die, they'll proxy cap railway.
Yeah, they absolutely will. It's just Dragon Zord and Scrapper on the point down at Ravine. I'm overlooking that at the moment. Dragon Zord and Scrapper are the last 2 Nazis looking after this. There is an assault squad of Moz, Veteran Fist, Dread Gordon. Dragon Zord just going down. Scrapper's going to have to do it alone. Defunkwit is moving around on his right side. He won't know that. We can tell. That grenade, I don't know how that missed. Scrapper is the last squad lead alive. He's going to be backed up by Igniclus if he can do... Oh, great grenade to take that guy out. Igniclus and Tinderbox are moving up on his right flank at the moment. Spoggly Woggly is the sniper in the rear. Sniper in the rear sounds like something I shouldn't be able to say on Twitch, but I can. Igniclus going down to probably Dread Gordon, I want to say there. So it's Scrapper and Tinderbox. Pro Pharmacy 420 dying in the backlines then. Funming, Scrapper finally going down. So that attack squad of Dread Gordon, Moz, and Veteran Fist and Spoggly Woggly look like they might start taking this. And they have. It's about halfway capped on Ravine at the moment. Let me just have a look at the garrison situation. The only garrison that the Nazis have is well south of the point. I feel like that's probably a bit of a miss from them. It looks like Sin, that entire defense squad's been taken out, pro Pharmacy. And so it's going to be Tinderbox, Igniclus, and Sin are the last chance that the Nazis have to push Dreadgorn and Moz and Veteran Fist off this point. Stoops No Rules is moving back, as you'd expect from an experienced player like him. He's going to be backed up by Saint Lamar. A little bit of a firefight. Let's get nice and close in on this. Sin is opening up with his machine gun. Tinderbox and Moz. Tinderbox taking down Moz. Hopefully he can get around and see what Veteran Fist's doing. Dread Gordon is still alive with his automatic rifle. Veteran Fist the medic, not being as effective as you'd like to see a medic being. But hey, what do you do? Whew. Janiculi's going down, so it's just Scrapper and Tinderbox left. Scrapper's got to be able to hear Dread Gordon on the other side of this wall now.
Well, you got Veteran Fist, Scrapper, but Dreadgorn avenged him.
There you go. Hangflower and Tinderbox. Dilton making a nice little run from the bottom of your screen then. There is another spawn wave. Loco and Sin pushing from that top side. Hangflower going down. Igniculus has managed to respawn as well. Sin going down as well. I feel like that was Dalton absolutely going nuts. Adlai Escobar, and Dalton are the last of this attack wave. It looks like the Nazis have started to attack and have started to take this point. Igniclus, can I get you to go have a look at railway for me for a tick? Because it looks like the Axis forces have started to take that.
Oh, they've completely dominated over railway crossing at the moment.
Can I get you to go have a look at that? Are you over there at the moment? Can I switch to your screen? There you go. And this is Igniculus. Jeez. So the red guys here will be the Axis forces. And absolutely, they've pushed in. They are smashing the Soviets on the point at the moment.
There's just one person from the Allies actively trying to defend.
Where did they all go on the offense? Or what happened?
Yeah, I'll pull up the map now. So we have a half track up north, garrison all the way down south. We did have another one in Echo 4, but it's been taken out. But as you can see, the entirety, essentially, of the Allies are on the attack. Even though they are losing the point, they should all redeploy onto that half track and start capping again.
I guess that's the
actively defending.
I guess that's the overconfidence you expect. Is when they thought they'd started taking the point, they got about halfway through that cap. And they've just gone, all right, fine, time to go on the offense. That apparently was the wrong decision because I think they're absolutely gonna lose railway crossing now. That's gonna be a big flip.
Have a look at Muslim Aragon versus Private Rolf. They're grenading each other at the moment. Private Rolf's now... no, there you go, Muslim Aragon took out
There you go, that was a bit of a trade for you. Switching back over to my screen. I've got the right transition now. Don't worry, the Big D transition is in effect now. I know you were all worried about that.
Oh, did you not have it on, did you?
I did not. We just had a straight fade, but we have the Big D because we are playing on the Big D servers. This is the quality of battle that you're likely to see if you come play here. House of the Workers is going down. Can I get you to go flick over there and Igniclus, and we're going to go have a look at what's happening over there because it looks like the Nazis are doing the quick 1-2 over the Soviets at the moment.
Yeah, it's not going to last at the moment, though. There's only 2 people inside the building, and Epic side guy, yep, and Papa J are going to be actively defending this. There is, however, a huge spawn up the top right-hand corner of my screen of the Axis, which will now be pushing onto the House of Workers. Actually,
well, I don't know. I think they're splitting up.
Yeah.
I think they're splitting up. There's only going to be 3. I'm going to switch over to this one because I'm looking exactly at that at the moment. Looks like there's only maybe 3, maybe Guy Wheatley, 99, unexplored, and Fissure and that fat guy look like they just might be creating a bit of width on this assault and deciding whether or not they're going to go back and defend or they're going to attack the House of the Workers. Soups No Rules and Mikhail are the only 2 pushing up on that right side. Brad is a long way off. The rest of the lads look like they're pushing back.
I believe they actually made the proper call of majority heading back to defend.
Yeah,
I think you're right. There was a fairly large spawn wave of the Allied from the garrison up in the top left-hand corner of Hotel 3. They now push on to defend the House of Workers. But in saying that, the Axis now have sector control all up until the House of Workers.
Yeah, they do. How close is Railway to being
Most-
flipped again? They're probably gonna lose all their spawn points if that.
It's
flips
currently
again.
being defended now.
Oh, right, you are. I did miss that one. Looks like they've managed to get back. That's going to be a problem for the Soviets because with that flip that happened recently, they won't have as many spawn points as they'd like. All their Garys, all their good work will have gone down. Private Rolf just going down, so I won't talk about him. But that is a big spawn wave. If we get nice and close in here, that's a half track. So that's a Soviet half track that has just caused that massive spawn wave. That's going to cause some problem for the Axis forces that are moving back into point currently. Dilton, Silent Stand, Bush Tucker Man, Kitten Landmine. That's a fucked up name. We'll have no Kitten Landmine. Butterfingers. He was one of the tank crews that we saw last match that we pubcasted. And let's see how this push goes. Default going down. Now that was the sniper. He's not going to snipe anything whilst he's dead. Bush Tucker Man leading this assault. Loco and Creative Destruction, I don't know whether they've realised, but Creative Destruction, the Allied commander, getting fired on by Butterfingers. He won't know where that's coming from. He's chucking some shots Butterfingers' way, but Butterfingers managing to get the best of Creative Destruction then. Jeez, this point is backwards and forwards.
That was effective. That was a very effective Katushka then. That took out probably around about 6 or 7 Axis forces there.
Did it now? Well, you like to see a Katushka being... You like to see a Katushka being effective at least once every now and again. I don't know about you, but I think the Soviets are going to take back Railway Crossing. I don't know whether there's anything the Axis have to be able to push them out of this.
Oh, they 100% are. Yeah.
Look at
They've
that
got complete
murder ball
dominance
they've
over
got
the
in the
sector.
middle. Yeah, absolutely.
But they do need to clear out the infantry to the east. The infantry to the west, they've taken out the OP.
Yep.
That's where Chuck Norris, that fat guy, and Baz are all residing.
Yeah, absolutely. You don't want to leave Fatty alive. He has a habit of making you have a bad day.
Well, Chuck Norris just replaced his OP, so that fat guy and Baz and the rest of his squad
Are they going to be able to keep spawning
attacking
in?
from the west. Correction, east.
Yep, right you are. Oh,
Although
Fatty
the
and Baz.
champ,
The champ, living up to his name, has just taken out Baz, Fatty, Rust Nuts, Chuck Norris, 1975 is the last one left alive. That is 2 squad leaders, and he's managed to take out that entire squad. Adlai Escobar should be able to push up and take out this OP now. And,
and
there it goes. That's going to be the end of the assault from that squad. I thought it was really good positioning, but yeah, they couldn't manage to
that's
make
just really
the most of it.
unfortunate.
Yeah, the champ is absolutely, he's almost single-handedly held that point.
Killing it, literally.
Absolutely. What are you looking at the moment, my guy?
Nothing spectacular. Just looking over the entirety of railway crossing at the moment. It's gone back to where the match began, with the Allies taking complete control of the railway and the Axis trying to push on back into the 2 front lines again.
Can I just ask you, whilst I flip back to my stream in 2 secs, let me just have a look at this front that's happening at the moment. Can I just go, is that half track that we were looking at, earlier, is that still alive and causing issues?
It actually is still alive, and let's count them. About 5 people have spawned off of it.
So they never
Including the
dealt with
commander,
it.
Rosenberg. So the commander has actually changed out to Rosenberg.
So change of command, obviously they decided they didn't
194
like...
Rosenberg. Oh, that was a bit fast, sorry.
Oh yeah, fine.
Scrolling up in the list does that.
Sledgy, this is me talking 15 minutes in the future. You'll get this in 15 minutes time if you hang around the stream. We're casting a pub match. This is Spectator Cam. This is me and Igniclus. We're having a look at what's going on the Big D servers. This is server number 1. It's been a great match so far. Currently, they're just fighting over Railway Crossing at the moment. It's where most of the match has been held, where most of the match has been fought, actually.
This
but that's what
tank commander default is obviously not in a tank, but obviously absolutely killing everyone that's spawning off. Huge spawn off the half track there just now.
you say that
Default should now know that there is a spawn out here.
I'm just
and
going to
be
switch
marking
over
it
and have
up.
a look at... Oh, we are currently looking at your screen at the moment. No, he's unable to deal with it.
Yeah, he's got eyes in the half track there. And
Alright,
we
so-
should see a marker as soon as he spawns back in.
Yep, I've got a couple of OP markers out there, so out that vague direction. So they're at least vaguely aware that there is a spawn out there. Whether or not they're able to deal with it is another question, my guy. All right, back to my screen. This is railway crossing. It looks like the Soviets have managed to push off the point, and yeah, Jai Wheatley was the last of the Axis forces pushing onto that, and you'd assume that the Soviet forces are going to be able to push off now. Back over to you, Igniclus.
The Allies are looking in a very good position right now because they're making a huge push in from the east and another one from the southwest. So they've actually got 2 lines of advance at the moment. And as you can see now on my screen, it's pretty much sandwiched in all the Axis forces on Dolgi Ravine.
Yeah, if you have a look at Igniclus' screen there, all those blueberries, which is the Soviet forces, all the blueberries on the left and the right, you'd assume they're just going to be pushing straight for the point now. You'd see them sandwich it. That said, I'll tell you what, that assault from the east to the right of your, if I just have a look at here, this is my screen. That assault from the east, they seem to be a little unsure about crossing that open ground after the railway lines. They seem to be pretty content to hold back and hold the Axis forces off. They won't know this. We can see, of course, but the Axis forces seem like they just want to hold onto the point. They're not pushing out. So that entire Soviet squad, the entire Soviet team to your right should be pushing out. Blue Rose Jelly, welcome. Welcome from 15 minutes in the future. Love having you around, sister. Those of you that are hanging around the stream and watching now, if you guys can take over the reins and just let everyone that joins in know that we are playing with a little bit of a delay. And I'm probably not going to be as responsive. Is that a Katusha strike going in? Or was that... No, that was just machine gun fire. Never mind. I'm going to completely ignore what I have to say.
There is artillery hitting Ravine at the moment.
Let's get a little bit closer and have a look at this Soviet assault into Ravine. There is a lot of open ground, and given that assault from the west, from the right-hand side of your screen, hasn't started pushing in now. Oh, that artillery is being very effective. Butterfinger's taking out Sin. He won't know this, but he has the entire side of the point to himself now. I'll tell you what, can I get you to go have a look at railway crossing, Igniclus? Because it looks like the Axis forces have started to cap again.
Oh yeah, huge pushing.
Oh no, it's just flipped again. So defending.
There is still a huge pushing coming from the south, supported by a Panzer IV as well.
Oh, yeah, there you go. Blue Rose Jelly, who's playing? Who's this? This is a public game on the Big D servers. This is server number 1, my guy. Sledge, I've seen the fat guy, and it's Circle so far for the OC. Dude, Fatty's been doing some work. He's doing us proud.
So is Shirley.
Oh, I love a bit of Shirley. I'd love to see them on the same team, but they've done the right thing, and they're playing on opposite teams. You win some, you lose some.
This is a very, very evenly matched squad layout.
It really is, isn't it? Sometimes when I do these pub games, I jump in after the last match, which was a bit of a stomp for one side. I jump in and go, is this going to be any good to watch? But this match has been great. This has been a hell of a lot of backwards and forwards. I'm just going to switch over to you, Igniclus. It looks like that assault on Ravine has mostly petered out. So let's have a look at what's happening on your screen at the moment. This is Railway, I believe.
Yeah, pretty much just the Panzer IV with very minimal or no infantry support. Numerose is pushing in as an AT soldier. Let's see if he can actually take him out or not. Although he's got the AT rifle.
Of course, because he's
going to have much luck with that. If he had a satchel, that would have been a much different story.
Who's
He's
that
trying
there
to jump over
supporting
that
him?
wall. Doesn't realise he can. Bush Tuckerman.
Bush Tucker Man. Do you think that's the actual Bush Tucker Man from Australian TV?
100% yes.
Yeah, he's definitely the Bush Tucker Man. There you go,
yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen. The Bush Tucker Man himself is a hell let loose player. I wonder if that guy's even still alive.
I would Google it now, but I don't think right now is a good time.
Yeah, probably doing other things. I'm going to switch over to my screen, not so you can Google it, so we can have a look at this attack on Ravine. It is contested at the moment. They have started defending. There was a big spawn wave that came off the Gary that is sitting just to the north of Ravine. We are playing with a 15-minute delay. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. So that's why I'm able to tell you where all the Garys are. Why we're able to look at our map without having a map block. I hope you guys are enjoying yourself, because you know what? I love having you guys around. This assault, one of them just going down. This assault from the Soviet forces is currently Adlai Escobar, who has been on attack for most of the match. He's a squad leader. LC Snake 404. Fantastic. And Dilton makes up the bulk of the Soviet forces on the point at the moment. Epic side guy, Horsesses, and the other guy just died, so we're not going to talk about that one.
This Panzer IV on Railroad Crossing is absolutely tearing it up right now.
I'm going to switch over to you. Let's have a look at what he's doing.
So currently commanded by Wizard Merkin. What a great name.
Wizard Merkin.
Wizard Merkin. Fantastic.
Genius!
And Kamikaze Space, I assume that is the rest of Bunnies. They're absolutely just nailing all of the Allied forces within the buildings at the moment.
Crazy.
So
What sort of
the
defense are we looking at?
Not too much. They are pushing back onto the point, but they're still losing it.
If they do manage to push back onto that point, Ravine is going down as well at the moment. It is a bit of a cap race at the moment.
And I'm looking at my screen as well. I can see a lot of blueberries, Allied forces on Ravine, and not much from the Axis.
Yeah, I'll just switch over to my screen. I'm just over Ravine at the moment. Epic side guy, Horsesses, Butterfingers, and Dilton are basically on the point. And currently it's the Axis forces trying to push back on. Is it just me, or have they started defending both of those points?
Can you switch back over to me? I've got Numeros attempting to put a satchel onto the Panzer IV.
Is he going to get it off?
Successful.
That's a successful satchel. I'm interested to see what happens. Have they noticed? Even if they do,
Very
there's
close
plenty of...
to a lot of friendlies right now, though. But it'll be 100% worth it to get that tank off of the point.
Oh, I'd love to see. I love to see the friendly scatter. You can just know that as soon as he's put that satchel on the tank, he's running away, screaming into his mic, saying, "Get away! It's been satcheled! Get away!" Every single one of them.
Well, that's what you have to do. So
Yeah,
one friendly kill, but
there you go. The satchel goes off. That's the
tank.
that's the end of the Panzer IV. I'm gonna say the Ravine's gonna go down. I'm just gonna switch over to me now. The red berries you see on stream, that is the Soviet forces. It looks like they're gonna be able to take Ravine out of this. I'm not seeing much access that's gonna have much effect getting back on. The Pooch, David, and Jams are gonna have to push in. That is a Lux that looks like it's got looks like it's got its eyes on the point. The little German anti-infantry tank, they're starting to thin them out a little bit. Catfish Man pushing around the side. He's the spotter. He's looking the wrong way to take out Adlai Escobar, though. You'd think he'd have to point that way. He's going to have to look toward his general direction, otherwise he's going to have issues. Scrapper's moving in the other side of Adlai. Horsesses, Epic side guy, LC Snake 404. It looks like they've started defending. The Pooch and David, I know they said they had to run across open ground, but they have managed to do it. Igniclus, Chuck Norris, Brigadier Fish, and there's a bunch of other lads in the background that we don't need to talk about. Fletch 3600 going down. Scrapper and Catfish Man are still alive. The Pooch finally dying, probably to Jaffarad. Jaffarad is his name. And I'm not even going to try and pronounce RCT something. It looks like a name. There, I said it.
Recruit Dr. Shlomosh.
Yeah, you're a better man than I am, Iggy. You are a better man than I am. I was not even going to... Epic side guy finally going down. It looks like the Axes are going to manage to push back and hold this one. They have defended it. It's not being capped anymore. LC Snake going down, probably to either Catfish Man or Raging Feral. Fletch 3600 is back up. Still not doing any good. Fletch 3600, look, you've had a bad game, mate. Every time I've looked at you, every time I've mentioned you, you've gone down. Scrapper going down to Dilton. Dilton obviously tearing it up. Adlai Escobar finally biting the bullet. Prophet Pro Pharmacy 420 sounds like an ad for some sort of weed dispensary. I feel like I shouldn't be saying it on Twitch, but there you go, we did it. Tinderbox and Dilton look like they're going to square off now. Let's get nice and close in there. Surely they've got to know they're there. Tinderbox seems unaware. If he just looked to his left, and going down to probably Dilton, I reckon, got in there because he's the only one around. But it looks like most of the Axis forces have managed to push up and defend now. So how are we looking on railway crossing, my guy? If I can get you to go have a squiz around there, and we'll see what this assault and, if any, the Axis have on railway crossing.
There was a couple of people trying to push onto the point now, but the T-34 down south of railway crossing just shut them down. That was a satchel, though. Didn't really take out many people, though. But at the moment, it's pretty much everyone's back in their own territories, with the exception of like one or two troops.
And yeah, there's no Axis squad leaders that are pushed up. It's just Igniclus and Dad's Milk. Dad's Milk sounds like a messed up name. I feel like they do it just to make me say dumb stuff. There you go. Igniclus going down. He's not going to be effective anymore. Sorry, I did cut you off. Say again, Iggy.
No, I was just going to comment on Kitten Landmine. That's just a fantastic
Kitten Landmine
name.
is great. Can we not use kittens as landmines? Thanks. That's a big thank you from me to you.
Well, I'm pretty sure the Germans used dogs as AT bombs
Oh,
back in World War II.
Really? That's messed
Fun
up.
fact, yeah. Not so fun, but it's a fact nonetheless.
It's definitely a fact. Probably not as fun for the dogs. Oh, poor puppies.
Well, it didn't really turn out too well for them though, because yes, they were trained to like seek out and run under tanks to then, blow up. They frequently ran under friendly tanks as well.
they couldn't tell the difference between a Tiger and a Sherman?
Well, I guess not.
I feel like I've only just got my head around that, so I'll give the dogs a break, and I'll say they're still the best of boys.
So, the commander for the Allies have put a new half-track all the way down south, but only just inside the blue, which seems a bit of a waste. They could have built a garrison just east of where it is, and then driven the half-track up a lot closer, or a bit further deep inside the red. Even in Charlie 5, they could have put the half-track there, so once they do capture Ravine...
Well, there's another Petrushka going down onto Ravine. It has taken out a number of guys already. It does look like a lot of the lads have managed to get a bit of cover, though. They obviously heard that one coming in. The best thing I like about it, if you have a look to the right of your screen, you can see the Katushka rocket. Am I even saying Katushka right? I often wonder that. Yep. Allied supplies going down on point. They have definitely drawn the battle lines up here. It is mostly the Axis forces are defending from Ravine itself. There is a bit of a murder ball from the Soviets just to the middle and top of your screen at the moment, spearheaded by Windrunner and Kitten Landmine, our friend and yours, and Poached Potato. Can you poach a potato? I don't even know whether that's a thing. Wonder Walrus. That is a great name. And Sir Nubalot with Adlai Escobar are the pointy head of this attack. Death Reaper 309 it just looks like he's spraying and praying into the smoke at the moment. Is he going to see? He has seen Kitten Landmine, takes him out. Just Debreezy going down to Windrunner. Is that Igniclus? Can I get you to have a look? Is that half track from before? Is that still up in Axis territory, or has that been taken out?
So the original half track has been taken out. There's a new half track down the very bottom of Delta 5.
Right.
Which is,
can I get you? Yep.
Pretty far out. It's not really effective. I'll go over to it now.
Yeah, go have a look. We'll switch over to you when you're there. At the moment, the last part of this attack is Windrunner and just Debreezy. You'd assume they'd be trying to find each other. Surely they can hear each other at the moment. Let's get in there and have a look at how this fight goes. Just a breezy. Windrunner going down to Just a breezy. He did manage to snuff out this attack, but Adlai Escobar, LC Snake 404, and Sir Nooblop have pushed up. It looks like at the moment, Just a breezy is the last one that's going to be defending. Hopefully he realizes there's an assault coming in. It's really easy for us because we can see literally everybody. Just a breezy going down to LC Snake or Adlai Escobar. I couldn't tell which one. And this Soviet push looks like it's going to be able to move on point now. Scrapper going down in the building as well. Pedal? Yeah, it sounds gross in my mouth. Is the last one there. Geez, I can't see much defense from the Axis.
Well, a lot of them are going to the offense for railroad crossing from the south.
It could be a little too late.
Funkwit.
Defunkwit, what a name.
But the Allies have been capping Ravine a lot and absolutely losing the point again. So
it's
we'll
close.
See what happens.
There is a massive Axis spawn wave that has come in from the top of your screen there. LC Snake, Adlai Escobar, and Sir Nooblop. Sir Nooblop just taking down the garrison there. It would have been locked out for some time now, but it's going to be impingent on those Axis troop, which is the blueberries you can see to the top, pushing through and taking out this assault. Let's switch over to you. I feel like I've been on my screen for way too long. Let's have a look at what Igniclus is having a look at.
Oh, I just zoomed up to see the attack. And, well, look, the Allied forces have got control of the strong point. So as long as they can hold the Axis from getting back on, they should have this point.
Yeah, absolutely.
But, as you can see, they're right there. There is a tank overlooking it. What tanks do you have on the field at the moment?
Let me have a quick squeeze. Whilst we're looking at your screen, I can have a look.
Oh, that's an AT gun, actually. Disregard.
Let me see if I can find that AT
gun.
gun.
Up as well.
Can I get you to go have a look at that AT gun? There is a Panzer IV that's moving from HQ at the moment. It's probably going to be too long before it's effective. It looks like this is going to be a Soviet take. Let me just... oh, you've just got the... you've got the AT gun now, do you? Or you're... Yeah, you're over...
Yeah, I'm at the AT gun, yeah.
This is going to be a Soviet take. That's been pretty bad from the Axis forces. They've been unable to push back and hold this one. There are 33.02 minutes left in this game. 33 minutes left. Geez, there's a lot of work to be done. A lot of work to be done for the Axis to get back into this one. They're down to their last point. And the Soviet forces have absolutely controlled the living crap out of this point now. Boomer is a recon spotter, and here's the last one. He's currently hiding in smoke. I don't know whether he's going to be able to take down... He's absolutely not. He's taken down by Jafar with his machine gun. Chuck Norris moving in now. Nomad pushing up behind that wall.
The tank is just taking out that AT gun as well.
Tank's taking out the AT gun.
Something took it out. I'm not too sure what.
If a tank
would have been our...
Yep.
Would have been our IS-22.
Okay. A tank taking out an AT gun. Can you define irony for me, Igniclus?
Yeah, 100%. So this is the instance where I would have liked to see that half-track, the Allied half-track, pushed more closer towards the Now Factory in Charlie 5, instead of being so far deep into the Allied territory.
Right,
yeah. So that way they could have had a quick spawn off and then gotten straight onto the point. You never know if the Axis would have had a garrison there or not. They could be running from their center HQ.
I'm just going to switch over to you, my guy.
Yeah, I'm just looking at the map at the moment.
We can do a bit of a map.
That's the half-track there. Yeah. So this is the half-track on the right-hand side there. Half-track is there. They should have been pushing it back up towards maybe around about here.
Yep.
On the screen, far left of Charlie 5. That way they could have had like a very deep insertion of troops into the back of Ravine for when they're taking it. But also a quick spawn off.
Troop insertion. I love it.
But also a quick spawn off to get into the Now Factory from the north.
I'm just having a look at the top.
They are going to build a garrison down in Charlie 7, which is very good actually.
It does look like the bulk of the defense forces of the Axis forces trying to take back Dolgi Ravine have spawned at top HQ, and they're currently running in. They do have a Lux in support that's currently firing on the point. I'll tell you what, if they get that garrison off that you were pointing out just before, which it looks like they've got it down now, do they?
Down uncontested. It's in the blue zone.
Yeah, that's a garrison in the blue zone, just to the east of the nail factory. Unless the Axis forces are able to deal with that, this will be GG. That'll be an
they're
easy.
also placing supplies up in Bravo 5 for Lima Squad to build a garrison there as well.
Sweet. I'm just going to move away from the map
and we already know it's uncontested because Lima Squad's OP is not pinging any troops in the area.
This is a big push from the Soviets. I think this could be game from here. Let me know. Can I get you to hover around that fight over the last point, which is, I've completely forgotten the name, the Nail Factory. Thank you very much, my guy. Can I get you to focus on that one? I'll focus on this push coming from the Nazi HQ. I've got to stop saying the Nazi HQ. It feels kind of gross in my mouth. The Axis Forces HQ. There is a big murder ball coming from the Soviets that look like they're going to be able to push on. They're pushing straight off Dolge Ravine, which it looks like they've managed to consolidate. And they're going to be able to push these Axis forces right out of this attack back on a Dolge. I'm just looking at the top of my screen, Igniclus. Is that a bit of a murder ball from the Soviets starting to move on to Nail Factory now?
Yeah, mostly the ones that spawned back from the half track, they're slowly making their way through the blue territory and getting into close proximity of Nail Factory. Nail Factory is very close, like on the border of the red and blue territories.
Yeah, so those of you that don't play Hell Let Loose, if you've never played before, the difference between that, the biggest difference, is in red territory, so territory that enemy controls, it'll cost you 100 supplies to put down a garrison. If you put it in friendly territory, that will be the blue territory, it'll cost you no more than 50. So in blue territory, one squad, that was a lot of lads that just died too. I want to say that was some sort of tank. I didn't see where it came from though. Or it could have been an AT rocket from Sin up there. Or lag against everything. I'm going to switch over to Igniclus with the fight for Nail Factory, and we're going to see how that's going
on. Again, bit of a standoff at the moment. We've got 3 infantry up north, 1 infantry up north for the Axis, holding back a couple of the Allies. But as you can see, mostly on the map, they're trying to establish a perimeter around Nail Factory and then push straight in. Recon planes has gone over for the Allies as well, so they get accurate positions for the Axis forces.
Oh, dude, Sledgy just let us know in chat, mate. Just for your info, the Bush Tucker man is still alive and living his best life at 75 years of age. Bush Tucker man's still alive. That makes me happy. He's like the Australian Chuck Norris. Chuck Norris also playing in this game, who is also still alive and still making late night commercials for the Total Fitness Gym. There you go. Just having a look at Dolgi at the moment, it does look like there is only one, and that is Stain. I'm just going to switch back to show you guys what I'm talking about. There is only one Soviet lad holding Dolge Ravine. Default is a sniper. Tibsy, Fletch 3600. They seem to be a little tentative to push up. All they need to do is push up, take out the Gary, and they can take back Ravine like now. Oh, is it just me? I kind of want to let them know, hey, dude, just push up. You're fine. You're fine.
The joys of hindsight, isn't it?
Oh, I know. Being able to see everything on the map.
I'm still intrigued as to why default a tank commander is pushing in to the point on foot.
Oh, I thought he was a sniper. No, you're absolutely right. That is default. He's a tank commander. I don't know, but he's currently starting to solo cap, so whatever strategy he's on is working.
Look, can't argue against I've forgotten the word for it.
Success?
Success, yeah.
Step 1, tank commander. Step 2, Step 3, profit. Good, well done.
Yep. Results. That's the word I was thinking of.
You can't argue against results.
Oh my god.
There you go. It is just going to be a fight between the tank commander, Sir Default, and Sir Nubelot. Sir Nubelot. There you go. Single-handedly, Default taking down Sir Nubelot. Sir Nubelot. I've got to start saying Nubelot. I feel like that's completely the wrong word.
it changes the context a little bit.
just a little bit, doesn't it? There you go. Have they taken down? Where's your Gary? If I can ask you, where's your Gary on Ravine?
The very top right-hand corner of Ravine.
Can I get you to switch over to have a look at that? And
let me just zoom in over.
there you go. That's a spawn wave. Tibbsy will hear them now. Rosenberg, the commander, going down to Tibbsy. Taking down Sir Nubalot and NZAVS fan. Epic side guy going down as well. Probably to Prophet Pharmacy 420. Tibbsy finally dying as well, but he did his job. Prophet Pharmacy 420 is going to be able to see that garrison. Is it a garrison? Yep. It is a garrison. Prophet Pharmacy 420 is going to be able to take down that garrison. And that's going to be the end of the defense for the Soviets. They're going to take back Dolgay Ravine, unless you've got eyes on something that I don't, my guy.
The only thing they have ready for him is a half-track back at the top right-hand corner of Echo 3, which is far too far away for any defense.
There you go.
So even though it's only, 6 people that's attacking Ravine, there's no one that can get back there to defend.
Well, they've started capping. They don't know it, though. It's obviously nobody's told them that there's no point in them capping that final sector if they don't hold Ravine, which is just about to go down. Sledgy, the stream has a 15-minute delay. Yes, it does, my guy. This is why I am speaking to you from the future. I don't know why I just made weird facial.
Really?
From the past? Ah, so chat's in the future.
Yeah.
Timey-wimey, wibbly-wobbly bits.
It's a bit of a different situation.
There you go. Ravine going down. That entire Soviet assault onto the nail factory is going to come to naught. The rest of the lads, they seem to be pretty keen to push on to railway. It is a long way, and there are no, obviously, because the points just changed hands, there are no spawn points. That was a big spawn wave from your Soviet lads, just to the top of your screen. Do I count? I think that was about 8-10 lads that have just spawned. It looks like they've spawned all the way back at railway, and they'll be pushing up on Ravine to try and take back that point again.
Yeah, they're already pushing back on there now. And it looks like your Axis commander just started to drop supplies on there. So there's still no garrison for the rest of your team to spawn on. So this could be turned around again very quickly.
Absolutely, it could. Dude, this has been a massive game.
Oh no, you've got actually a pretty steady stream pushing onto the point now. Yeah,
they've decided to forego caution this time, and they're just pushing up. PJ, I believe that probably was that took down. Now that's the sniper in just to the mid right of your screen now. Galloping Knob something is the supply guy. He'll know he's there because he can hear the shot. Tibbsy is the medic, taking shots at Windrunner. There you go, and managing to take him down.
Yeah, I'm coming very close to this battle. Well, I wouldn't say battle, but it's sort of laying right next to each other. Just
I'll switch over to your screen and let's get down and dirty with Galloping Knob and PJ. PJ with the sniper rifle probably going to be at the disadvantage at that range, you'd assume.
Well, that grenade going to take him out?
Boy, that was a great grenade from Galloping Knob to take out PJ the sniper. Prophet Pharmacy 420 dying once again. Fletch
3600 is pushing on now though.
He's going to be content to lie down there for the moment. I'm just going to switch back over to me. That's what we're looking at. Fletch 3600 he won't know that Epic Side Guy and Galloping Knob are the other side of his house. All he has to do is really hold them off here. If he decides to push forward, Galloping Knob pushing past. I'm sure Flex 3600 will have heard him now. He's going to push around. Hopefully see him. Oh, he didn't. He turned the wrong way. Didn't realise Galloping Knob was stuck in the corner there. There are a few Axis forces starting to come and hold that point now. Do they have... they do have a garrison down on Ravine now. So that'll probably help them defend it a little more than before.
There is a lot of Allied forces in the territory there. I'm very surprised they haven't started proxy capping just with the amount of sheer numbers.
If you have a look at my screen now, the reason they haven't is if you have a look at the sort of top left, which is the Axis forces, they have a lot of lads that are pushing into point at the moment. But they are slowly being whittled down. That garrison is still operating. It is. I was thinking exactly the same thing as we see that that artillery hitting to the left of your screen. I'm assuming that's going to be some of the Soviet artillery hitting. That's another spawn wave off the Gary. The Gary is just behind the white wall to the left of your screen, where you can just see David, Fletch 3600, and AU Ware. Look at that. So late in the map, Hey Joe Man is still putting down barbed wire. Look at him. That's he's doing the team thing. I like that shit. Well done, brother. Just a reminder, Igniclus, we do need to have a man of the match from your side.
Yeah, we do. Give us a second. I'm just experiencing some technical difficulty.
Not a problem. Sing out when you're done.
Just you for the time being.
Yeah, I'll keep it on my screen. As soon as you're ready to go, we're just looking over the fight at Ravine at the moment. What we are looking at is a big long front from the Soviets pushing onto this point. The point you can see just on our right here is Dolgoy Ravine. It's basically a fight between the Soviets that are pushing up in a big line to the left of your screen and the Axis forces that are moving on through the point on the right-hand side. Jeez, that was a lot of lads that just died in the middle now. Kojo Man or potentially one of the other lads. It's difficult to see from this angle who exactly got taken out there. Rooster dying to the right of your screen. Epic side guy going down to a grenade. Dilton is the tip of the spear with Adlai Escobar pushing up through the smoke there. Flying Kiwi, looks like Dilton's been taken down now. Rooster's still dead. Doesn't look like he feels like respawning for the moment. Wanda Walrus is the medic. Horsus is going down. Poached Potato trying to push through the smoke, but I'm assuming lots of the fire is going to be on that side. I'm just going to have a quick look at what's happening with Igniclus at the moment and see how we're going.
Just give us 1 second. My game just crashed.
Happens to the best of us. It happens to casters as well. At least we've got the backup cam. We are 15 minutes in the future, so you can tell me that his game's crashed all you like, but you can tell me to switch over to Igniclus, but I won't do anything about it for 15 minutes. Igniclus, of course, gets to talk to me live. He has that privilege. Flying Kiwi finally going down. Wonder Walrus, full Goat Lord. That is full Goat Lord dying. It is a bit of a scrap in the middle. I'm just going to move in here. Artie absolutely doing its work. Loco and Wanda Walrus. I wonder, how do they not know that they're both over the other side from each other? Poached Potato should see Loco if he looks over to his right. He doesn't, however. Probably going down to Bass there. Loco is crawling up. There is just, if you have a look at the top of Wanda Walrus just there, finally dying. Not before taking out Adlai Escobar, though. Adlai Escobar. It is a grind for this point at the moment. Just so you guys know, there is 17 and a half minutes left in this match. 17 and a half minutes. That means in 2 minutes' time, for me, for you guys, the game will have finished for me. Oh, I know how this time travel stuff works. Don't judge me. I'll tell you what. I know, right? My mind's melting just a little bit at the moment. Windrunner going down, probably to either Keijo Man or Unexplored. Wonder Walrus is a medic. I'm pretty sure he shouldn't be tip of the spear, but he is, and we're going to have to deal with that. Stain. It looks like Wonder Walrus absolutely got Stain up there. Stain going down. Doesn't look like he's managed to stay alive. Rooster taking out Flying Kiwi. That is Flying Kiwi. I'm not led to believe they don't usually, but hey, what do I know? I'm not any form of ornithologist. This Soviet push, this has some sustain. They have been fighting over this little road with the smoke for quite a while now. The point's not changing hands, because as you can see, we're Pedurl and Ravine. Ravine, the Axis Commander. Axis Commander is now Ravine. It has switched sides. It doesn't look like the other guy wanted it. I wonder if they had a vote and decided they didn't want him around anymore. But Ravine, where Ravine is to the left of your screen at the moment, is where the garrison is. So that's why they have this sustain and the ability to keep pushing back onto the point. I'll tell you what though, the Soviet forces, which are sort of the middle right of your screen at the moment, have managed to push across the road. So they are starting to get a bit of a toehold into this point. They are still being thinned out though.
Gotta give the PC a cheeky old restart.
Nah, no dramas, brother. I will see you in a tick, my guy. There you go. Igniclus is having technical difficulties, so you guys are stuck with my voice and my voice alone. We're going to keep hovering over this ravine point at the moment, though. We're going to keep hovering over here, because this is where the bulk of the fight is. If I just have a check on my map, it doesn't look like the Soviet forces have any form of attack currently on... any form of attack onto railway. From here, I can't see the Axis forces pushing back and taking this middle point. It looks like this could be GG. Obviously, this is a pub match, so we can't call GG early. There are still 15 minutes left. We will fight this one out. We'll absolutely fight this one out. So 15 minutes. This is where, if all goes right, I'll be joining the stream and saying hi to you guys. And watching myself and cringing super hard at everything that I say. Wonder Walrus has managed to stay alive in the point there. I'm assuming he can hear all the Axis troops around him. He hasn't gone down yet. He hasn't gone down. He's managed to take out Baz and David before dying, probably to PJ or Unexplored. But there you go. They've managed to push off this Soviet assault onto the point now. And we're back into the stalemate we were before. I wonder if the Axis forces are going to be able to use this and push off a little bit. Igniclus still having technical issues. Yeah, you win some, you lose some. You can't win.
Just letting it back up now.
There he is! He's back! I was worried. I was about to send out a search party. Just so you know, Igniclus, I know you've been away for a little bit, but the Axis commander has changed hands. We've now got Ravine.
Okay, so both the Allied and Axis have changed their commanders. Interesting.
Yeah, I don't know whether the troops had any say on this, but yeah, decided that he wasn't going to do it anymore and left the game. We're still fighting over Ravine. I'll tell you what, your Soviet lads really don't want to give up this fight. Sing out when you've got your game back open, my guy, and I'll do a little bit of technical stuff in the background whilst you sort out, whilst you have a look.
Yeah, no worries. Just give us about 30 seconds. No
rush, brother. This game looks to have ground to a halt over Ravine currently. If you have a look to the top of the screen, sector control is 100% in the hands of the Soviet team for now. To the north, to the top of your screen is the south. I know that's incredibly confusing. Never eat soggy wheat bix, but that is the south. If we have a look at our map, there is a recon plane going over. So hopefully, if they're checking their maps, the Nazis will see that all around this area is a bunch of Soviet troops that are going to cause them issues if they don't deal with some of the stuff that's happening up there. The point, however, Ravine is solidly in the hands of the Axis forces. It looks like they are trying to push out to the left of your screen at the moment as we circle around. They're going to try and push out, see if they can't take down some of those spawn points for the Soviets. Soviets in red, the Axis forces are in blue. They are going to have to start moving, though, because there are only 12 minutes left in this match. They're going to have to put some sort of attack on railway crossing. As you can see, it is about 340 meters away from where we are, hovering over Ravine at the moment.
Well, the Axis have placed an attack on the far southeast side of railway crossing as well.
They have too. Have you got your screen up yet, mate?
Yeah, just you just have to click on the Discord thing.
Yep, I'll flip over. We will have a moment of black screen whilst I deal with this. Let me just deal with this. And I will have to change sources, but bear with me, ladies and gentlemen. Delete that one. Full screen. There you go, my friend.
So this is the attack mounting from the southeast by the Axis at the moment. The only Allied person that's actively defending is Bush Tuckerman, the man, the myth, the legend.
Bush Tuckerman at 75. We know that he's still going strong. I'll tell you what. You guys look like you've got Artie onto that onto the vague area of that airhead. Hopefully that's. Oh, good God! That Soviet Artie has been.
It's pretty effective, but they're pushing north from it now, so it's not going to hit anyone here on in.
I'm going to switch back over to Ravine because it's starting to be lost to the Soviets. They've all gone on the assault. They've thrown all their eggs in one basket. This is my screen. This is what we're looking at. There are only 4 of them defending Ravine at the moment, and that is a big Soviet. 3 of them, and then there were 3. That is Javi, Padel, and Jai Wheatley just going down. A few more have just spawned. Just Debreezy has gone down before managed to make an impact. Snakes and Pain. Snakes and Pay? I don't know what that name is. Unexplored. And Padel are the last ones left. But this is a big Soviet push. You'd expect them to start to take Ravine now. And it looks like they are. They've got it halfway capped.
Well, the Axis is starting to cap railway crossing as well, but it's a little bit too late.
It is a little bit too late. They should realise that.
Unless they can actively defend Ravine, it will be game over. There you go. They're not even attacking railway anymore.
Yeah, look, they had to redeploy because at the moment they don't have a garrison on Ravine. The only spawn point they have in the entirety of Ravine is November Squad. Nagat Squad is the only spawn point they have on, and it looks like that's going to be taken down by LC Snake now. If he pushes up far enough, let's get in there. Oh, he's not. They've got another spawn wave off. LC Snake is absolutely looking over that. LC Snake are going down, however. Unexplored Lord, just a breezy. If they can hold them off and keep this spawn point alive, that might be the only chance they've got. Poached Potato sitting on top of that that little chimney there. Not as effective as he wanted to be. Unexplored Lord, just a breezy. Snake's Pain is the last one after just spawning back in. That, I'll tell you what, that OP it's done some work for them. Let's see if Snakes and Pain can, nope. I was going to say, let's see if he can be as more effective than he was last time. But Rooster and Dilton able to deal with that one. Boomer is a recon moving in. I'll tell you what, that point, is that a tank or an AT gun overlooking that point? It is a light, it's a recon tank that's overlooking the point. There you go.
It's not going to be too effective in defending it from there. Well, they've just lost the point now as well. The Axis have got 7 minutes. They could just do it if they capped it right now to take Ravine and take Railway Crossing if they get a double cap off.
But they're not going to be able to. So
they've got heaps of people still at Railway Crossing, the Axis.
Do they? Oh, they do too.
So if they do start taking Ravine, I don't see that happening at the moment because pretty much every Allied force is on the point.
Yep.
This game is going to go to the Allies.
What we're going to do, as soon as it's beyond doubt, we will go to our post-match screen. I'll have to, obviously, can I get you, whilst we're looking at my screen, can I get you to give me the link for your webcam again?
It's already in Discord.
Thank you very much, my guy. As soon as this match is can't be won by the Nazis, we're going to call the game and we're going to go to post-match. By my calculations, that'd be about 6 minutes, wouldn't it? So in 45 seconds' time, if they don't start taking Ravine, that'd be GG.
I'm always been very confused if it's 2 minutes, 2 minutes 50, sorry, 2 minutes 30, or 3 minutes that it takes to capture a point.
I always thought it was 3 minutes, but you know what? I have been wrong about this before.
I think it's 3 minutes for offensive, and 2 minutes 50 for warfare, but I'm not 100% sure.
Well, I'll tell you what.
We're going to have to have a look into later on.
Yeah, I'll do the research so you guys don't have to. Well, yeah, look, we can go to 5 minutes. We can wait till 5 minutes. At 5 minutes, we will call this game GG for the Soviet forces. It has been very well fought by them. I'll tell you what, true to the Soviet battle tactics, they've been super grindy. Some of that push they had onto Ravine has taken a while. That is a looks. It is going to probably go down. That looks just to the right of your screen is about the only Axis assault. It looks like Stain. Did he get was that a satchel? I didn't think they had satchels. That is a satchel by Stain down on that Lukes. That is oh, there we go. That looks didn't stand a chance. There goes the satchel. No chance whatsoever. You know what? 5 minutes and 26 seconds. They've got nobody within QE. The point is absolutely taken. Igniclus I'm going to call this. I'm going to call this one for the Soviet forces. They can't come back from here.
Yeah, 100%.
We're going to go to post-match screen. Give me 2 seconds, ladies and gentlemen. 2 seconds, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm going to have to deal with putting Igniclus's beautiful face back into
I'm very, very sorry about my computer having to go through a restart.
It happens to the best of us. Copy that one.
What happens when you run 2 instances of a game?
Right? Hey, they get to look at me though whilst
I'm
doing this stuff. 2 instances of a game. What? That seems a little ballsy, but hey, well done.
I had V rising up as well, the server.
Ah, yeah, of course.
Yeah, a couple of friends playing
it. How good's that game?
I'm so addicted to it at the moment.
There you go, Igniculus. That is my co-caster, Igniclus. That was a big win for the Soviets. That was a huge win for the Soviets.
It just kept going back and forward.
I know, right?
Like, they never got to the last point for the Allies.
Yep.
But they did lose the midpoint a fair few times.
Yeah, 100% they did. We need to pick a man of the match for each side. So I'll grab one from the Axis side. Given they're the losing side, it's always a little tricky. But we're going to look through and have a look. See if anything pops up to me.
Well, I think for the Allied side, I'm going to go with Numeros. So his
Numeros
anti-tanking was superb. Like, he satchelled a couple of tanks. I only caught 2 of them on my camera, but his combat effectiveness is up in the 700s.
Jesus, yeah, so that'll fucking do it.
He's taking out a fair few tanks.
Yeah, fuck yeah. There you go.
And/or infantry.
There you go. Numeros will be the man of the match. Will be the man of the match for the Soviet side. For the Axis side, I'm going to give this one to. Oh, where'd he go? I'm going to give this one to a guy called Pro Pharmacy 420. He was tip of the spear for nearly every assault they had. He's got a combat He's got a combat score of 282, which is very respectable. He is the squad leader for Charlie Squad. I feel like he was a big part of every push that the Axis had, but obviously didn't come to anything. You can't win them all. Igniclus, that was a fun game.
Oh, it was just because it was back and forth the entire time.
Yeah,
it was actually always exciting and always. It was always anyone's game.
There were always like multiple points that we had to look over, weren't there? There was like multiple points we had to switch between the two of us. I had to get you looking at other stuff, me looking at different stuff. It really was a fight over Ravine for most of the end of that match. And going the distance is obviously a long match to cast.
Oh, very much so, yes.
You sort of...
But, like, Stalingrad is notoriously in favor of the Axis.
Is it now? So they've gone against the odds.
I would believe so, yes.
There you go. So this was a genuinely good Soviet team to work against that. There you go. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're watching this on YouTube later, I am Traumastoo. You can catch me at twitch.tv/Traumastoo. This is Igniclus __. Catch him at twitch.tv/Igniclus __. These have been played on the Big D servers. Got to give them a little bit of a G up. That's where the BPL is played. The Big D Premier League. It is about the best Hell Let Loose competition in Australia. And I think that's probably just going to about do us. That has been a very long match. Thank you, each and every one of you that stuck around. It's been a goddamn pleasure to have each and every one of you. Igniclus, my guy, thank you very much for joining me again.
Thank you again for having me.
And for everyone else, look after yourselves. If you can manage to do that, see if you can't look after somebody else too. I've been Traumastoo. This has been Igniclus. We'll see you. Hopefully we'll get another one next week, maybe week after, but bye. Take care of yourselves. It's been a pleasure.